Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to complete all of your Snap Week 1 challenges and get all of these styles that are currently available to you in-game. So let's start it off with our first section. Now, the first category of Snap that we are going to be covering is the head section, and there are currently 6 that have been released for Week 1. In the following weeks, we're going to be getting more and more released, but for now, we only have these 6, so I'll be breaking down all of these. I will have timestamps in the description for all the different sections, all the different specific ones. So let's jump right into the head section, starting it off with number 1, the Pimento Head. Now, this mask is located over in Rave Cave, and once you land on down there, it is incredibly easy to get, as long as you follow this very simple step of grabbing a baller first. Literally, all you need to do for this one is just get onto the roller coaster and then just AFK. You will get all 3 of them as you go across the roller coaster, so there's literally nothing special to this one. It is solely just grabbing a baller, which you can do either at the entrance location that I showed you guys, or you can grab a baller in the Cuddle Team Leader statue, but either of those locations, as long as you hop onto the roller coaster with a baller, you'll get all 3 of these ones, completing the first stage of your Snap quest line and unlocking the first style for your head. Now, for the second head, the sushi one, you're going to need to come all the way down to Condo Canyon, and this one can be a little bit annoying just because of how far off the map Condo Canyon is, but just like literally every single one, once you actually get down here, it's not that bad as long as you know where to look. Now, your first one of these tokens is going to be right in the main plaza of the Canyon Plaza. Wow, that's actually its name. I did not think I had that right, but all you're going to need to do is run on into this ice cream shop, and then the first one will be sitting right there for you. Very easy pickup to find. Then the other 2 are going to be outside of the plaza. You're going to need to go all the way over to this store, I believe, the pawn shop, and then right inside of here, you get your second one. And the third one, you're just going to need to come right over here to the roof of this building, and it is right over here, giving you the sushi head, unlocking your second snap piece. Now, for our third head, we're going to need to come on over to Shifty Shafts, and this one is, again, not that difficult once you're over here. Now, the first one of these tokens is not actually inside of Shifty Shafts, but rather up on this hill above Shifty Shafts, so all you're going to need to do is go ahead and come up here and then grab it. Does look like there's a person right here, so we're going to try and kill them real quick, just so that we don't have to deal with them while we're getting the rest of them. But all of these tokens are actually above Shifty Shafts. Now, the other one is up here in this little mine, so you're just going to need to run all the way out over here to this edge of the mine, and then grab that one. And then your final token is a little bit up further in the mine, and all you're going to need to do is go ahead and run along the outside until you get all the way over here, break into the mine, and you will easily find your third token, which will unlock you the tomato head version for your Snap character. Now, for the fourth piece, you're going to need to come over to the sanctuary, and once you're all the way on over here, these ones are, again, not that bad to find. Just go ahead and come over to this very far bottom side of the sanctuary, and your first one will be pick-upable right over here. For the second one, you're going to need to go to more of the middle of the sanctuary, come to these pillars right in the center, and literally in the dead center of the place is your second token that you're going to need to get this style for your Snap character. And then for your third token, it's just all the way at the top, so it's literally just a top to bottom or a bottom to top, however you want to run through the sanctuary, but that will easily get you your fourth Snap style, leaving you with only 2 left. Now, for the fifth piece, you're going to need to come on all the way over here to the east of the Daily Bugle to this spot in the top right corner of the map at the ruins, and these are much closer together than the previous one. They are all over here. One is in the dead center, then the other 2 are a little bit more hidden away, but at the end of the day, they're still not that difficult because this one is over here on the corner, and then our final one is right over here outside of the temple, and that will get you your 5th Snap style for the heads, and we only have 1 to go. Now, for the final style in the head section, this one is found over at the Lil Shafty landmark. This is right next to Snap Station, and it is an incredibly small landmark. It's literally one of the tiniest ones on the map, so once you drop on down here, these are probably the easiest to find out of literally any of them because they are grouped so close together. Now, I am saying that, but you guys can see that none of them are here right now, so where are they? Well, if you actually go on down, there is a mine underneath underneath this place, and once you walk into the mine, you will instantly start collecting them. So the first one is right at the entrance, and then as you run through it, you'll find the second one, and then again, as you continue to run through it, you will eventually find the third at the back exit, and that is how to find the final style for the head section. Now, with the head section completed, we can move on to the arms section, and I would say this is where it gets difficult, but in reality, these quests are just as easy as the head sections were. They are very simple to do, so let's hop into game real quick, and I'll show you guys through all of them. Now, for the first arm style, we have to get this one over at Reality Falls, and when we're dropping on in, of course, we have this giant tree, so it can be a little bit difficult to navigate, but once you're on down in here, it's not too bad. So just land here in the top section, instantly grab this one. Try not to die to the guy with a sniper while you have a shotgun close range. That's embarrassing. Now, just like I was saying, after you get that one in the very top part, what you're going to want to do is go out of the top area and then start climbing down the tree to find your second one, and this guy is at the bottom of the entrance to the tree. Now, after you pick this guy up, you're going to want to run all the way away from those people that are trying to kill you to get your third one. Now, the third one is a little bit further away, but you're going to want to run towards the waterfalls and then take this zip line up the hill. Once you're up the hill, just go ahead and run over here, and remember that it's actually inside of the cave, not above it. So you're going to want to jump back down into this water and then go through the waterfall into the secret room and find your final one in this back area, completing your first piece of your arm. Now, for the second arm style, you're going to need to drop on down to Rocky Reels to find these Tover tokens, and again, these guys can be really easy as long as there's not too many people dropping here with you. Unfortunately, there's typically going to be a lot of people dropping here. Now, the first one is right over here at this building, right in this main entrance, so just go on over there and grab that one, and then the second one is going to be further into the POI, but it's not that deep into the POI because it's kind of outside the POI. I'm doing a bad job of explaining it, but I'll just show it to you guys rather than explaining it. It's literally right over here, over at this playset. Just go ahead and grab it right there, and then the final one is over here, but I accidentally picked it up in one of my prior games, so I can't pick it up right now, but do just note that it is right about here, and that is where you're going to find your third and final one to complete the second piece of your arm set. Now, for your third arm style, you're going to need to go over to the Jonesies, and over here, there are, yet again, who would have guessed it, 3 separate Tover tokens that you need to collect in order to complete this style. Now, the first one, as always, is pretty simple to find as long as you know where to be looking, and it is right inside of this little RV, so just hop on over here, and I am lying to all of you, it's right outside of the RV, because apparently I'm blind. Now, for the second one, it's going to be over here at this red hut, but there do seem to be some people fighting inside of here, so we're going to try and ignore them real quick, grab a weapon in case one of them comes running at us, and then we're going to yet again realize that it is outside of the hut, not inside of the hut. So that seems to be a running theme over here, and wow, that guy died really easily. I thought I was going to die there. Now, for our third one, you're going to need to run over to the other corner of the Jonesies, so this can be a bit annoying, but if there's a taxi over here, just hop on right in it and then drive over to the other side. And as you guys can see right over here, our third one is located outside of this building. Nope, this is the only one that's inside the building. So those are all of the 3 that over at the Jonesies. Now let's move on to our 5th one, or our 4th one, but I keep dying. How does this happen? Now, for our 4th arm style, we're going to go over to the 7 outpost number 7, the spot where the foundation actually is, coincidentally, and again, like some of the other ones, this island is very small, so once you're over here, let me tell you, the tokens are pretty easy to find. So we're going to drop on down here, and the first one is inside this building. I believe it is on the very bottom layer, but as always, I am wrong about that one. So we're going to climb all the way back up to the top, and it's going to be on top of the building, just like I was saying. It's not going to be on top of the building. It's going to be right outside of it, because why would it be inside the building? Now, for the other 2, one of them is going to be out on the docks. This one I can easily tell you guys, because you can see it from a very long ways away. And then for the third one, you're just going to want to come over to the right side of this island, and right near the foundation, you're going to find your third and final token to unlock the fourth style for your arm. Now, for the fifth style, you're going to find all of these Tover tokens at Sleepy Sound, and this one, again, is not that difficult as long as you know where to look. And the first one is over here right next to Nom's, right outside front of it, right near that fire extinguisher, or fire hydrant, excuse me. And now for the other two, they're going to be a little bit deeper into Sleepy Sound. One is going to be right next to Fish Stick, and that is our second one. So we're going to go all the way over here out into the docks, and then once we get down over to the docks, you guys can see it right on the edge of the docks, right over nearby Fish Stick at the Big Fish Stick restaurant. And then the final one, wow, there's a guy right next to Fish Stick. What are the odds of that? Is over on the other side of the bay. And as we go up to this house, we will be able to see it, and I believe it is out front. Yep, it is in the middle of the road over on the other side of Sleepy Sound. So those are the three that you need to find at Sleepy Sound. Now let's show you how to get the sixth and final one. Now for the final style for the arms, you have to go over to Logjam Lumberyard, and once you're here, it is extremely simple as long as you know where to start looking. And the first one is right here in the middle of Logjam. Now I know this may be a little bit weird because not only are there a ton of builds, but we're also in the storm, so it does look a little funky. So I will zoom in on the map exactly to where you need to be for the first one. Then for the second one, you're going to need to come over to the top left corner of Logjam Lumberyard, at least if you're looking at it from this way, and it is right in this back corner. And then for the third and final one, you're going to need to go down to the dock, and right over here in the entrance to the water, I believe that there's a little hut out here. Yep, on the dock itself, you will find yourself your third and final Tover token, which will finish off the arms section. Now for the final category of snap that we have available in week one, we have the legs. And for the legs, there is only one style that we can currently unlock until we get more in the coming weeks and days. Now, this one is the Snap Camo style and is found over at Greasy Grove. So let's drop into our last game to show you guys the final spot to unlock the last variant of Snap that is available during week one. Now, just like I was saying, the last one is found over at Greasy Grove, and in order to find your 3 Tover tokens, they're incredibly simple to do as long as you know where to start off. Now, the first one is going to be right up here, and I actually already missed the drop because I'm a little bit blind. So we're going to go ahead and grab one of these guns just so that we're not dying while trying to get this token. But as you can see, it is right there. I'm going to try and take this guy out so that we don't die while trying to get it. But for now, let's hop on over up here, do some shots through the window, and then unlock the first token, and only have 2 to go. Now for the second one, you're going to need to jump off this big island and then run over here towards this center area of Greasy Grove. Now once you're over here, you're going to need to climb all the way up on top of this major mushroom. So this is much easier to do in a with builds mode, by the way. Don't try this in no builds. It can be very, very annoying. So then we're going to do a little bit of a parkour jump around that. We're going to parkour jump over this, and then we're going to find it right over here on the edge of this mushroom, and now we only have 1 left to go. Now for the final one, you're going to need to go outside of Greasy Grove a little bit, but honestly not that far. And again, the last one is on top of another one of these mushrooms, so just build up to the top of it, then do this and almost fall off the edge, but then don't because you're too smart to do that, and then come over here to your final one to claim your final Tover token of week 1 snap challenges. Now those are all of your snap quests and how to complete every single one of them for your week 1 guide. For your head, legs, and arms, there will be more torso ones in the coming weeks, but that will all be released when they are in game. For now, those are all the challenges, everything you guys need to know about them on how to complete them. If you guys did enjoy the video, then make sure to leave a like on it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one.